Hi, my name is Joe. I'm the Planning and Development Coordinator here at Community Rebuilds. We're here on site of our Living Building Challenge homes here in Moab, Utah. Let's take a look.
This video is sponsored by Buy Optimizers. Go to magnesiumbreakthrough.com/FLORB to get a 10% discount using code FLORB10 at checkout and get free shipping. And remember to subscribe.
Community Rebuilds started by the now mayor of Moab, Emily Niehaus, based off of a desire to build affordable housing, and she realized that the cheapest building material was dirt and straw. We approached members of the community who have reached out to us and put in applications for us to build them a home, and so we work with them to build these homes and to find them a place to live close to where they work and affordable, and thus ensuring that they're able to stay and keep giving to the community. The Living Building Challenge is an extremely rigorous standard for construction of various types to meet based on several types of criteria. First, there's the ecology of place requirements, our landscape and our site, and understanding the ecological community in which we're situated. So we've spent a lot of time making sure that the site provides habitat for pollinators, for invertebrates, and the materials with the reclaimed trash, and using as much fixtures and materials that we could get locally or just like used has been a major ability of ours to meet the demands of that challenge as well. When it comes down to the finished cost of the buildings, they end up being about 1/3 less or half less than the cost of a similar type of home.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I've been working with CR or Community Rebuilds on these 4 homes that will hopefully become LBC certified. We're kind of in the final stages of documentation and about to submit, but I can show you guys a bit around and talk a little bit about all of these homes that we built. Each of the 4 homes are similar in a lot of ways, but have different colors, different textures. This home, as well as the other ones, all have a lime plaster on the outside. Lime can be a little bit stronger when we're talking about weather resistance and things like that, so we tend to use lime plasters on the outside of the buildings. Beneath that is a straw bale wall. We do a post and beam structure. In between are just different layers of plaster mixed with straw and dirt and sand and things like that. Really wonderful aspect of all of the Community Rebuilds homes is that they're all passive solar homes. The longest side and the side with the most windows is always oriented towards the south. In the wintertime, the sun will kind of come in to the windows when it's really low in the sky. When the sun is really high in the summertime, it won't come into the windows and allow the home to stay cooler. The homes here have a supplemental heating and cooling system that's called a mini split. When we get into the summer and the winter here, it's really nice to have a little bit of supplemental heating and cooling. Here you can see that we have a water cistern that just is catching rainwater, and the homeowners can use that rainwater to water all the plants in the yard. Water is also being caught on the roof here and going into a utility room, and this is called a vortex filter. It kind of like flushes out all of the debris that might have not been caught by the gutters, and then puts it into this rainwater tank here. There's a lot of different options for composting toilets, and we decided to go with the Phoenix composting toilet. Solids come in, there's like a series of kind of screens, sifts it, breaks it down over time. There's also a couple hundred worms in here that are helping us do all of the work. And every so often we'll add some wood chips in to help the process and break it down. And in a couple of years, we can open up the bottom compartment and take out the soil that's been created and plant it in the yard. All 4 of the homes have solar panels as well that are sized based on the size of the home and kind of the owner occupancy. Any extra energy goes back to the grid, and if for whatever reason the homeowners are coming up short, they can pull from the grid. They all have a gray water system. There's a series of pipes under the ground here that kind of feed the gray water out into different locations. The homeowners can plant different plants fed by the water that's already been used once. Oftentimes we'll get big monsoons in the summertime. Rocks here help keep the shape so that we could have water flow through freely. Something that's really important to us as an organization is being creative with waste. So we have a series of cutoffs here and scrap metal over here. All of the cutoffs, all of the packaging, everything that was left over from the builds has been made into something new. So things like this, or a lot of the trash that was maybe harder to repurpose, we've packed down into small areas and built a beautiful plaster wall around it. These homes are situated on a busy intersection, and we wanted to create a sound buffer for the homeowners. It's a series of different things. There's gabions, there's plaster, there's all sorts of stuff. And within the walls, we actually have these little windows on them. You can see all of the trash that's in there. And that's basically it for the big features on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Many of the straw bale homes that you'll see around the world have what's called a truth window. It's a little peek into the wall system, so you can actually see the straw that the walls are made of. There's two ways to build a straw bale home, either having the bales flat or on edge. We decided to do on edge here, and so it's still about a foot, like 14 inches wide. And that thickness adds that like insulative quality that we really want in our walls. Around this, we have all natural plasters, so these are earthen plasters in here. And then on the ground here, you'll see our adobe floor. And so there's a series of layers underneath this, a hard packed gravel layer, and then on top of that we have packed dirt, another couple of layers of a finer plaster that you'll see here, and then covered with the linseed oil on top of that. And for the door thresholds here, the homeowner decided to go with some rocks from the area, so we just embedded those within the floor. And usually when we're going to plaster something, we kind of want to do it all in one go. These door thresholds act as a plaster stop, so we can stop plastering like the main room and then later plaster the bedroom floor. So the two bedrooms of the home are on this side of the house. We just took a look in one, and the other one's being used by the homeowner right now, so we'll just stay out of there for now. But this is the main room here, and one thing that I'd love to show you guys is what we call bevels. You can have more rounded bevels or angular bevels, and what this does is when the sunlight comes in through the windows, it actually kind of expands the light out, whereas if we just had our window stop here, it would kind of like stop the light. So this actually projects the light over there and over here, which is really great when we're trying to like warm the home. When the sun comes in, it'll hit the ground here, and it kind of acts as like a battery, so the floor will actually keep a little bit of the heat and stay warm or cool throughout the day. In this home, we use a lot of plywood cutoffs for the windowsills. Some homeowners want to do tile or wood or things along those lines, so they decided to be a little funky and creative here. The plaster in here is a little different than in the other rooms. Since it is the bathroom, we want it to be slightly more water resistant than maybe the living room or the bedroom. And so the plaster in the bathrooms is a lime plaster. All of the tubs and showers in these homes have a Cadillac style plaster finish. Our crew has stoned the walls, so they have like a really smooth stones that they'll rub kind of in a circular pattern that brings finer material to the surface and allows the pores to be closed. And then the Cadillac is finished with an olive oil soap. And here's the kitchen here. We have concrete countertops and a lot of refurbished cabinetry.
If I were to give advice to somebody who is interested in natural building or permaculture, is just to understand the place that you live, the way that the water and the sun and like heating works in your area, so that you can make small changes in the periphery. And if you are interested in going full scale towards a natural building, it's an extremely attainable goal, and it's also something that is very simple once you get to understand like the basic concepts. Find people in your area with similar interests. I think that's always the best way to go about starting a project like this. There are people who, even in your area, are interested in this and have like experimented. They have the knowledge of the area to help you. And I think that always through working together with other people in your community, there is much higher that you can go than just by yourself. Community Rebuilds is constantly seeking to improve and expand upon its mission, and we're always accepting new members for our educational program, but also anyone who's interested in coming to learn can come to Moab, and there's a lot to see and to hear and to learn within this community beyond just the very simple mission of what we do. I would say that this is a great place to come and experience what is possible.
The folks over at Bioptimizers have done it again. They've just released the new and improved formula of Magnesium Breakthrough, making it the most powerful magnesium supplement on the market today. Magnesium is involved in 80% of the body's metabolic reactions, and about 75% of people are low in magnesium. And this is a much bigger problem than you may think, because when you don't have enough magnesium, you suffer from poor sleep, low energy levels, and even higher stress levels. But Bioptimizers has continued to research and improve Magnesium Breakthrough, making it more potent and effective for reducing stress, improving sleep, and boosting energy levels. Bioptimizers has also created a number of cutting-edge supplements that you can't get anywhere else. Masszymes is the world's strongest protein enzyme for accelerated muscle building. The formula is so potent and powerful that it's legally protected from being copied. Upgrade your health today by clicking the link and go to magnesiumbreakthrough.com/FLORB and use code FLORB10 at checkout to get 10% off and get free shipping. And when you act today, the order is risk-free because Bioptimizers is offering a full 1-year money-back guarantee. So if you don't like the product for any reason, then just send back the remaining unopened bottles within 365 days and they'll give you a full refund. So let's make this year the healthiest year yet. So click the link in the description and go to magnesiumbreakthrough.com/FLORB and use code FLORB10 at checkout to save 10% off and get free shipping. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.